We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. So they think they own our land, they think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
We have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You are being warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films. Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange Home Gain Gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Check them out today. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used Pure Soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
We now take you live to the Central Texas Command Center in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Bob McIlvaine had lost his son on 9/11, and of course, Manny Badillo lost his uncle are with us. And together with other great New Yorkers and victims' family members, they've launched BuildingWhat.org, and they're going to have the TV ads running in New York and worldwide on the internet. Get the video, get it out to everyone you know. If you can donate, because resistance is victory, and more people are learning about Building 7, and I believe it's the key to folks then finding out about all the other evidence of inside job. In closing, Bob McIlvaine, Manny Badillo, closing comments from both of you. You've each got about 4 minutes.
Hey, okay, Bobby, I want you to end it. Very simply, the truth saves lives, okay? Once we get to the bottom of what took down that building, we're going to be able to get to the bottom of what's in all the first responders' lungs that are killing them. And science has already proven that there's nanothermitic material in all samples of the debris that's been tested independently. This Building What campaign is uniting a range of different groups. We're talking architects and engineers, political leaders for 9/11 Truth, firefighters for 9/11 Truth, NYC CAN, lawyers for 9/11 Truth. We have a lot of different groups that are coming together to get the word out in order to save lives, change public perception, and get to the bottom of the murder of Uncle Tom, of Bobby, and 3,000 others. And it's vitally important that we do this. This is a campaign that was started last year. Bob spoke with city council. Then we did a fax and email writing, a call campaign, not only to city council, but to the district attorney of Manhattan. And now we're informing, starting the people of New York, starting here in New York, and then we're going to move on to other cities. We've raised, and the website doesn't reflect this yet, close to $24,000 already, and it's about $750 on average to reach about 10,000 viewers. We want to reach millions of viewers. Again, once people see this, it's going to change perception. People will critically think and have more of an open mind. And once we get to the bottom, once we get people going on this and get to the bottom of the murder, we can then save countless lives. Well said, Bob McIlvaine. Your closing thoughts.
Well, in your advertisement, I heard you say knowledge is power. And Bobby always had a poster, hanging up on his wall which said knowledge is power. And that's so important. If you have any new listeners that are on, just think of yourself as a parent, and your son was murdered, or your daughter was murdered. And nothing happened. You never had an investigation. Even the commissioners agreed that there was not an investigation, that the investigation was a sham, that the investigation was set up to fail. Now, what are you supposed to think as a parent? Well, the only thing I can do is I have to carry out my own investigation. And I've been doing this every day of my life since 2001. I went to 95% of the commission hearings to listen to General Myers say that we're looking outwards. There's another possibility that 4 planes flew around for 2 hours and we did nothing to intercept them. That's the only conclusion I can come to, is that the government had to be involved in this. And that's where knowledge is power comes in. So many people, and I don't blame family members because it is so difficult to look at, because they don't want to know exactly how their son or daughter died, or their sister or brother. But I've done my legwork, but because I'm not a TV personality, or I'm not a politician, people think, well, I've been told I'm being emotional about it. But as I said before, I truly, truly wish someone anywhere could come and sit down and talk to me and say, I am 100% wrong, and prove to me that I'm wrong. And again, my life would be so much better. But they can't. That's why I won't be on TV. No one wants to talk about it. The only thing they can do on TV and in the media is call your name. That's the best they can do. So what's happening in New York City, the fact that we'll be here, the people, it just doesn't get into the media. People in my support group still don't know about Tower 7. No one knows about Tower 7. So hopefully that will light a light in their minds, but also they will seek out the knowledge, because knowledge is truly power.
It is.
And that's the only way this can happen. And the more we put it out there, the more knowledge people will find.
BuildingWhat.org. Go there, get the ad, give it to everyone you know, email it out, donate. BuildingWhat.org. Bob McIlvaine, Manny Badillo. God bless you both. And we look forward to talking to you in the near future to track the success of this operation you're running for truth. Knowledge is power. God bless you both.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
Great Americans standing up for truth and justice, and we're not going to stop. We had Bill Doyle on a few years ago. They had the biggest victims family group, and he said more than half the members believe the government carried out the attacks, and that he believes it as well. So we've got to get that news out to people. Now, shifting gears. Everybody else in this country and worldwide now, where the globalists are in control with their soft kill eugenics operation, is under attack with the bisphenol A, the mercury, the vaccines, the GMO foods, all of it, the fluoride in the water. And I am trying to culture jam, we're going to put it up on screen, using one of their favorite search terms and favorite diversions, Lindsay Lohan. And a bunch of doctors that even work with the government have come out and admitted, look, her shrinks put her on a bunch of psychotropics and Adderall speed. And this is what's been making her act so crazy. She's got to get off this stuff. And I've broken it all down in this 11-minute video. We'll come back in the final segment and cover other key news in this hour. But Lindsay Lohan poisoned is the search term today. So this video and the story that accompanies it will be #1. Please search the term Lindsay Lohan poisoned, and we'll reach a lot of zombies that don't know what's happening. Lindsay Lohan poisoned. I know what you're thinking. Why is Alex Jones talking about Lindsay Lohan? And I'll be quite honest with you. if I can get you to pay attention to this key information I'm about to cover by mentioning Lindsay Lohan, I'll do it. Because Lindsay Lohan is just another individual on this planet like everybody else. And a lot of top doctors have come out and said, look, we have interviewed her and we've done medical exams, and she shouldn't have been on Adderall, which is basically a form of methamphetamine. And this can cause the same effects in people that cocaine and methamphetamine does. And that several doctors believe that this is why she's been so out of control. Well, no kidding. School children in this country, millions of them, are put on Adderall and other amphetamine-type drugs like Ritalin. And in the inserts for the drug, it says it can cause brain shrinkage, heart expansion, all sorts of serious health problems. When I was in junior high, one of the kids on the football team died of a heart attack, and the doctor said it was the Ritalin. I mean, this is an ongoing nightmare. Look at these drugs. New reports have come out that over 80% of the drugs, the new drugs they're selling, prescription drugs, A, don't treat what they claim they're treating, and B, have toxic side effects. I mean, you've all seen the drug ads on TV where they'll say, having trouble urinating every few hours? Take this drug, but it, may
also increase the chance of serious skin reactions or stomach and intestine problems,
dry mouth, insomnia, sexual side effects, diarrhea, nausea, and sleepiness,
muscle pain or weakness,
unusual changes in mood or behavior, or thoughts of suicide.
But if you look at the mass shootings, and every time I see a case of a mother who chops her toddler's arms and legs off, or straps their 4 kids in their car and drives it off a cliff into a lake and drowns them, in every case they've been on serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which is the Prozac class of drugs. Well, they were being developed in the early 1980s. Their own studies by Eli Lilly and others with Prozac showed that it caused a massive increase in suicidal tendencies. Now they've tested it on rats, shrimp, guinea pigs, you name it, and they found that it causes reckless and even suicidal behavior in not just mammals, but things like shrimp. But it all makes perfect sense. When you actually read the molecular breakdown and the drug inserts for these fluorine or fluoride-based serotonin reuptake inhibitor drugs, they are in the hallucinogen class. They are a psychotropic subclass of hallucinogens. So most days, you're going to have a good trip on this stuff. You're going to be happy, not worried about a thing in the world. But what happens when you have a bad trip? You cut your children's arms and legs off. You go into a school and murder people. In every case that we've seen, the system knows that these drugs are destroying people. They're hardcore profiteers. And statistically, most people that get on the speed-type drugs or the hallucinogen serotonin reuptake inhibitors get more psychological problems. And then the answer is not less drugs, it's more drugs. We see the same thing with all these reports coming out in Europe, the United States, and Asia, where 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, I mean, babies in some cases, are growing breast, going into menstruation, starting to have their periods because of the bisphenol A that's in the plastic products and the hormones that are added to the food. And what do doctors here in the U.S. do whenever that happens? The American Medical Association says, give them hormones to counterbalance the hormones that are in the food and water and the packaging, instead of, hey, get your kids off of these hormones. Here's 2 articles on that subject that just came out today. Babies with breast shock China. They're getting upset about children as young as 1.5 years old. Here in the U.S., it's only 3-year-olds who are going into puberty. In China, 1.5 years, 2 years old, babies with breast. Here's another one. Fury in China as female babies grow breast after drinking milk laced with hormones. At least the Chinese are getting angry. When China catches their executives tainting the milk and the food, they execute them. And there's been cases of that. But not here in the United States. It's all just swept under the rug. The system counts on your ignorance. In the last decade, multiple times, over 90% of the EPA and in another movement of the FDA, of their own scientists, went on record and testified before Congress that sodium fluoride causes cancer, IQ reduction, brain damage, you name it. It doesn't even strengthen teeth. And what's the government's answer? We're going to increase in many cities the amount of fluoride that we're adding to the water. And now the city of